Hi there, Terry back again. Hope I find you well. Welcome to my latest video. And I thought it'd be a little different this time with my action and Superman videos. So I'm doing part 1 as Superman 69 and part 2 action 69, mainly because of the length of the video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Good idea, bad idea, or you couldn't care less. Right, we start with number 212. It's a January 69 cover date. It was actually published in October 68, but as you know, I go by cover dates to save lots of confusion. Cover by Kurt Swan, of course. The tales from this issue come from Action Comics, Superboy, Lois Lane, and Adventure Comics. Almost all of the tales are about Superman, either as a youngster in his early years or some effect or other makes him young. Only one tale involves Supergirl, and it's not red kryptonite that affects her. She accidentally finds a fountain of youth. Well, we start the year proper with a Neil Adams cover, number 213, January cover date. Two stories. Firstly, The Most Dangerous Door in the World. It's written by Cary Bates, pencils by Kurt Swan, inks by Jack Abel. This story is an elaborate ruse to actually free Superman, as Mordru, a Legion villain, has magically confined Superman inside. Supergirl and help from Maniac 5 use Luthor's hate for Superman against him. And The Orphans of Space rounds off the issue, previously in Superman 144, April 61, and that was written by Jerry Siegel, art by Al Plastino, and I previously covered that in an earlier video. Next, we have number 214. Another Neil Adams cover with help from Gaspar Saladino this time. And there's another two stories. Firstly, the cover story, The Ghosts That Haunted Superman. Cary Bates writing, pencils by Kurt Swan, inks by Jack Abel. On the cover, we have these two, as you can see. Also, the story involves another ghost, the composite Superman. Turns out they are manifestations of Nador, an alien youth who is showing off his powers to join an alien club. And the second story, again a reprint from Superman 133 this time, from November 59. How Perry White hired Clark Kent. Again, Jerry Siegel writing and Al Plastino art. Then we have 215 from April, another somber Neil Adams cover. Title, not what's on the cover. It's called Lois Lane, Dead Yet Alive. Otto Binder writing, Kurt Swan and Jack Abel with the art. Lois Lane was killed when Dimension Master, never seen again villain, tried to kill Superman with a special device. And the blast ricocheted off his invulnerable skin, hitting Lois and reducing her to atoms. Superman had a daughter with Lois, who inherited his superpowers and her mother's curiosity. And of course this happened on Earth 215. And the reprint this time is from Superman 106, July 56, and it's one I haven't got yet. So the story, Superman's first exploit. Written by Edmund Hamilton, pencils by Wayne Boring, inks by Stan Kay. Using his super memory, Superman recalls his earliest little adventure. He briefly emerged from Jor-El's rocket to fight a crystalline insect. The relevance of this saves the face of a previously discredited doctor. I've just recently rebagged and boarded these particular books, so hopefully it's not too shiny, but that looks okay. So Superman 216, May cover date, a Joe Kubert cover. Just one story this issue, as the cover says, The Soldier of Steel. It's written by Robert Kanigher, pencils by Ross Andrew, and inks by Mike Esposito. The giant on the cover is actually a young GI who has come in contact with some unusual jungle herbs. When a giant, he becomes a mindless Hulk. No pun intended. General Morley, the GI's son, calls on Superman to destroy the giant, even knowing it is his son. Superman comes up with a better solution. Right, next, Superman 217. July cover date. Cover by Kurt Swan and Vince Galetta. This issue has 5 reprinted stories, the earliest being from Action Comics 194, July 1954. The title, The Outlaws from Krypton. It's written by Bill Finger, pencils Wayne Boring, inks by Stan Kay. 3 outlaws from Krypton, who Superman once before had caught and exiled them, that was originally in Superman 65 from July 1950, escape yet again. They are called Kizo, Marla and Yuban. But only Marla wants to get revenge, and after what looks like murdering Clark Kent, he hatches his plan. This is his last appearance along with his partners, so have a guess how well that plan went. The other 4 stories are covered in amongst my previous videos. And of course we have number 218, again July cover date. Cover by Kurt Swan. 2 stories this issue. Got to get my teeth fixed. Firstly, Superman's Secret Past. It's written by Leo Dorfman, pencils by Kurt Swan, inks by Jack Abel. The cover tells you the premise of the story. Superman is confronted by a woman who claims to have been married to him for several years, and a superpowered son, whom she asserts is his child. The answer to this story could have something to do with the character that appears in the reprinted story from Action 273, February 1961, and the title is The World of. That'll give it away, so look back to my 1961 video for the answer. Of course, you could always guess and let me know in the comments. Right, we have number 219, August cover date from Kurt Swan. And we have 2 stories in this issue, written by Cary Bates, pencils by Kurt Swan and inks by Jack Abel. That's the cover story, Clark Kent, hero, Superman, public enemy. An alien race has to model itself after Clark Kent and conducts an operation on Earth to make the mild-mannered Kent appear brave and Superman a coward. And story 2, The Super Heatwave of Metropolis, written by Leo Dorfman, pencils Kurt Swan, inks by Joe Geller. Sunspot activity causes a heatwave in Metropolis and a hole in the Phantom Zone, enabling the villainous Vorkill, a claw calf fighting criminal, to escape. No idea what that is. Superman has his hands full trying to get him put back. Next, number 220, October cover date. Kurt Swan and Murphy Anderson with the cover. Title, as per the cover, Who Stole My Superpowers? It's written by Jim Shooter, pencils Kurt Swan, inks by George Roussos. Superman and Flash getting together, but not for a race for a change. Superman and Flash switch costumes to battle a space seed that infects planets, draining all their natural water and minerals, leaving planets just an empty husk. The reason for changing costume? Superman's costume is impervious, so all Flash needs is a breathing mask for them to go into space and destroy this seed. But the plan has a flaw, and they have both found out the hard way. Right, and the last issue of 69, Superman 221, November cover date. The first story of the 2 new ones in this is The Revolt of the Super Slave. Leo Dorfman writes, and artists for both stories are Kurt Swan and George Roussos. Pancho, the oppressed victim of an island dictator, dresses in a homemade Superman costume, deludedly believing he has superpowers. But he attracts the real Superman, who masquerades as him and helps overthrow the dictator. The cover story, The 2-Ton Superman, writer Cary Bates. Superman had been ploughing an irrigation network on a far-off planet, and due to his monumental service, he was the honoured guest at a ceremonial ritual, where he partook in a drink of a sacred scarlet nectar. The first person for 25 years to receive this, and unfortunately it had gone off and had a delayed effect on his super antibodies, hence the weight increase. He spends the story finding super exercises to lose the weight, and it's crucial he gets back to his original weight before 8 a.m. the following day. Well, that's the 1960s decade finished, or at least with Superman. Next we will have Action Comics. Please thumbs up if that's your thing. Please also comment. That's my favourite thing about doing this, your comments and me answering them. If you enjoy me waffling on, please subscribe. But most importantly, please enjoy the videos. I will be back soon, probably with what I bought so far in July, if they come in early enough, and then the Action 1969 video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.